How can we watch Caitlyn? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. ESPN just dropped a bombshell about Caitlyn Clark's shiny new contract with the one league that actually deserves her. Unlike the WNBA, which seems to break out in hives at the idea of giving her any real credit or spotlight. Yes, the LPGA is rolling out the red carpet, welcoming Clark into the golf world, where she can finally be seen, celebrated, and appreciated. What we saw from Caitlyn Clark playing golf was the LPGA being really happy about it. Fans are pumped, eager to watch her shine, especially since the WNBA has done everything short of outright erasing her. They've bent over backward to downplay her brilliance, preferring to spotlight others like Aya Wilson and Angel Reese, while ignoring the fact that Clark's been relentlessly targeted and bullied on the court. The WNBA didn't even give a single nod to her struggles or achievements. It's gotten to the stage now where it seems like they're just trolling the WNBA. Caitlyn Clark just signed this industry-shifting contract with the LPGA. Yes, a basketball phenom stepped into the golf world, and it turned into an absolute spectacle. But then comes ESPN rolling in to do what they do best, murder the excitement with the grace of a lead balloon. Instead of seizing the moment and blowing the story up like it deserved, they delivered coverage so dull it could put an insomniac to sleep. You'd think Caitlyn was taking up knitting instead of setting sports history on fire. Clark's first swing in the golf world drew a crowd that dwarfed anything the WNBA pulled off this year. And what did ESPN do? They treated it like a back-page footnote. This is Caitlyn Clark, a once-in-a-lifetime athlete shaking up two sports at once, and ESPN managed to make it feel like reading a soup can label. The fact that the WNBA posted nothing about Caitlyn Clark golfing in this Pro-Am event speaks volumes. Meanwhile, the LPGA was out there giving a masterclass in how to not screw up. They didn't just invite Clark to a random, irrelevant golf event. Nope. They brought her to a Pro-Am that wasn't even supposed to be televised. But fans flooded the LPGA's social media, practically begging for coverage. The LPGA, unlike a certain basketball league, knew how to pivot. They went all in and televised the event, transforming it into a spectacle that attracted eyeballs from everywhere. The result? A ridiculous 34 million social media impressions. That's the kind of number that makes the WNBA look like it's playing with crayons. The LPGA did everything right. They capitalized on the moment, put it on television, allowed people to attend, and even had Caitlyn signing autographs. The LPGA's brilliance didn't stop there. They paired Clark with Nelly Korda, the world's top golfer. It was a sports marketing masterstroke, creating an electric duo that captivated even people who wouldn't know the difference between a golf club and a baseball bat. The event wasn't just a win for golf. It was a cultural moment, an epic splash that showed the LPGA as more than just a golf association. It was an entertainment juggernaut. All of this because they knew how to play their hand. Now, let's pivot to the WNBA's response, or lack thereof. Their silence was louder than a stadium full of disappointed fans. Seriously, how do you ignore Caitlyn Clark when she's trending everywhere? From Twitter to TikTok? Not a tweet, not a shout-out, not even a lame Instagram story. Nothing. Absolute radio silence. Caitlyn Clark is a household name, a social media sensation, a game-changer with crossover appeal leagues would sell their souls for. Yet the WNBA acted like she didn't exist, fumbling a golden opportunity to grow the league and inspire young girls dreaming of a future in basketball. If you like the video, then give a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. Had never heard of her. It's a slap in the face to fans who are out here begging for content, for any acknowledgement of Clark's greatness. But nope, the WNBA doesn't care. While the LPGA was out here flexing their social media game, making Clark the face of golf for a day, the WNBA just sat in the corner twiddling their thumbs. If you look at the LPGA Twitter account, it is filled with Caitlyn Clark content, photos of her, videos of fans cheering, signing things, taking photos, and players hanging out with her. And of course, they're showcasing their golfers as well. This isn't an isolated incident. The WNBA's marketing strategy is a tragic comedy at this point. How many times do they have to miss the boat on showcasing their stars before they realize they're actively driving fans away? Clark is a marketing goldmine, someone who could revitalize their viewership, inject life into their programming, and bring in the revenue they desperately need. Yet their response? Crickets. Deafening, embarrassing crickets. Caitlyn Clark's golf debut just highlights the WNBA's ineptitude. Clark, this generational basketball phenom, signed a headline-making contract with the LPGA. This moment isn't just about golf. It's a monumental moment for women's sports, a blueprint for elevating athletes. But ESPN treated it like a forgettable, half-hearted news blurb. They covered this groundbreaking story with all the enthusiasm of reading a shopping list. Meanwhile, the WNBA remained silent, continuing to fumble golden opportunities to grow their brand and support their stars. How does a league ignore someone like Caitlin Clark? She's not just a player. She's a phenomenon, someone with crossover appeal that could save the league from irrelevance. Yet there wasn't a tweet, a post, or even a whisper of acknowledgement. This isn't just about Clark, it's about the future. Players like Paige Buchers and Juju Watkins are watching this unfold and possibly rethinking their decisions. Would you want to join a league that can't figure out how to promote its top talent? The LPGA, in contrast, treated Clark like royalty, creating a cultural moment out of her Pro-Am appearance. They paired her with Nelly Korda, their top golfer, and made it an event that resonated far beyond golf. The LPGA capitalized on the moment, showing how you elevate athletes while creating a spectacle that attracts fans. The WNBA and ESPN, on the other hand, showed their incompetence. ESPN's lackluster coverage and the WNBA's silence sent a clear message. They don't know how to handle star power. Serena Williams even praised Clark's resilience and talent, but the WNBA did nothing to amplify this. If you're an aspiring basketball player, this is disheartening. Athletes like Buchers and Watkins might start wondering if the WNBA will ever truly support them. The league is failing not just current players, but also the next generation of stars. The LPGA's marketing win should be a wake-up call for the WNBA and ESPN. Clark's LPGA contract was about more than sports. It was about redefining how female athletes are marketed and celebrated. Instead, this moment was fumbled, falling flat due to apathy and poor strategy. While some organizations like the LPGA are pushing forward, the WNBA and ESPN are stuck in the past. This incompetence is a disservice to Clark, her fans, and the future of women's sports. If you liked the video, then give a like to the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks you.